His grace is enough, finding strength in weakness. Open book verse, 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. Opening reflection. There are moments in life when we feel like we've come to the end of ourselves. Moments when we've prayed and prayed, but the struggle doesn't lift. The pain still lingers. The weakness is still there. And in those moments, we often ask, God, why? Why haven't you taken this away? Paul knew that feeling well. He called it his thorn in the flesh, a persistent trial that he begged God to remove. Not once, not twice, but 3 times he pleaded with the Lord. And God answered. But not in the way Paul expected. Instead of removing the thorn, God spoke something deeper. Something lasting. He said, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. What a powerful truth. God didn't say, you won't have pain. He didn't say, you'll always feel strong. He said, my grace is enough. What does this really mean? Grace is more than just unearned favor. Grace is strength when you have none. Grace is peace in the middle of chaos. Grace is the calm in the storm, the breath in your lungs, the whisper that says, keep going, I'm with you. When God says His grace is sufficient, He means it's not lacking. It's not fragile. It's not just barely enough. It's abundant. It's overflowing. It's powerful. And what's even more incredible, He says His power is made perfect in our weakness. That means your weakest moment isn't useless, it's sacred ground. It's the place where God's strength shows up and takes over. Why God allows weakness? You may wonder, why doesn't God just make us strong all the time? Why allow weakness at all? Because in our weakness, we learn to depend on Him. We stop relying on our own efforts. We stop pretending we've got it all together. And in that humility, that surrender, He steps in. God doesn't need you to be the strongest. He needs you to be surrendered. He doesn't need you to perform. He needs you to trust. Because His power isn't activated by your perfection. It's activated by your surrender. What weakness looks like in real life. Weakness can take many forms. It might be physical exhaustion, emotional pain, mental health struggles, a chronic illness, a broken relationship, or just the feeling that you're not enough. Whatever it is, you don't have to hide it from God. He already sees it. And instead of turning away, He moves closer. He says, this is where I do my best work. Not when you're pretending to be strong, but when you admit, Lord, I need you. The example of Paul. Paul,